All right, everybody. We are here. Welcome to another episode of the Freezin NFC North Podcast, episode 130, still March Madness. Best division skill positions. We're going to talk a little bit about that. I know we have a kind of a smaller group today. Obviously, it's the OG and myself. Hey, all we need is the Bears. All we need are the Bears and Lions anyway, right?
That's it, man. That's all that matters.
All right. Well, as we get started, everyone can find me on NFLOutdated on YouTube, on Twitter, and the Freezin number 4 pod on TikTok. Where can we find you, sir?
7th letter 4 on Twitter X, same OG on Instagram and Facebook, on top of the NFC North, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I will be donning a basketball jersey until Andy meets me on somebody's court because he was talking crazy last week. So
what jersey? Let me guess. Okay, that looks like a Lakers jersey.
Yeah.
Now I know you're a Jordan fan, so you wouldn't dare be in a LeBron jersey.
No.
So I'm gonna say that's old school. I'm gonna say that's a Abdul-Jabbar jersey.
Oh man, wow. No. One of my favorite point guards to ever touch the court was Nick Van Exel. So I got the Nick Van Exel throwback. You know
yeah. I was going to say Magic, but hey, Nick Van Exel. Hey, and speaking of March Madness, I mean, I remember him for good old Cincinnati Bearcats. I don't even know if they made the Sweet 16 that year. They had a nice run, though.
Yeah, Nick Van Exel was nasty to me. So he's always like, my wife was in LA. I was like, oh, get that. Get that. Yeah, so I got this one in the Kobe. Kobe 8.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we are kind of getting started. Welcome back, Dre. Where can we find you as we get started?
You can find me on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, or Blue Sky, or Facebook. It's at Skullman Sports.
Very good. And Seventh Letter has decided that he is going to wear a basketball jersey until we're able to play one-on-one. I mean, I don't know. I got some sneaky game. I'm just gonna say that. So,
all right, man. I'm gonna bust your ass, man. I'm telling you, bad.
maybe, but hey, maybe I'll put some training videos out there of me doing some turnaround jumpers and all that stuff. Tell you. All right, here we go. Bodkins, welcome. We can be friends again starting tomorrow. Go Cubs, go. Okay. And I never understand that, but hey, respect to Bodkins. He is a huge Packer fan. Also splits loyalties as a Cubs fan. I understand it. I've never understood that, but hey, and he's also a Hawkeye fan. So we're excited now to have a new basketball coach. But all that stuff is not NFC North related. Hey, and that's why we're here. NFC North. Obviously, basketball is happening. March Madness, and so we got to go through kind of some of the skill positions this evening, and we talk about running backs. So I'm going to have Seventh Letter. I'm going to have you make a case for the Detroit Lions having the best running backs in the division.
Hey man, I don't even think this. I think you should skip this one because you already know that's Mirror and Sonic and Knuckles, man. You already know, so I don't even have to go into that much. You know what I'm saying? It's Jahmyr Gibbs probably gonna be offensive player of the year this year. Watch. He gonna go all, barring injury. I don't even know why I even spoke that into existence, but. We just got a good the running back room. That's a strong point for us. I think that's what separates us from everybody else in the division. That's why I told you, like, offensively, we can beat you a couple ways. We can pass, we can run. We got a good old line, So it's that running back room is crazy. You even got to watch out for my boy Vaki. You got to watch out for Vaki. You got to watch out for Craig Reynolds. Like, it's a good running
Craig
back
Reynolds,
room.
Yeah.
That's a good running back room.
So, I do love the Detroit Lions running backs. Monty was a I was a fan of his when he was with the Bears. And really, he would be starting for any other franchise. And I'm not even sure how that shakes out. Is he the starter officially? Is Jahmyr Gibbs now the official starter?
To be honest, like I like Monty starting personally. I like the thunder and lightning. You know what I mean? Not the lightning and thunder. Jahmyr Gibbs is like he's not big enough. I mean, and shoot, Monty was the one that got hurt, but I'm saying like I just think like Jahmyr Gibbs is he's only like 205 pounds or something like that. Like he's not a very big man. He's like 5'9", 205. That's not a small guy, but Monty's like 230, compact, and can take, soften up the defense to let Jahmyr Gibbs go get those chunk runs, you know what I mean? And attack the outside because everybody's tired from trying to bring him down. So I like Monty starting. You know what I mean? I like how we use them. Now I know everybody's gonna call for Jahmyr Gibbs. He's the sexy pick. He's the speed. He's dynamic. He's all these things. But like, I wish we would use him on the outside a little more. Personally, like I think we should. I think that if he gets that part of his game, the route running and part of his game down, he's special already. But I mean, he's getting better every game. If he gets that part of his game right, we'll be so explosive on the outside. Although I do think we need another young X receiver, but he can be special.
Well, shout out to, you bring in the fourth string running back, Sian Vaki out of Utah, obviously BYU in the Sweet 16. So got to throw some Utah love here. And, obviously the stats aren't there, but if he's talented and if he's able to keep going to that offense, Craig Reynolds, tell you, he was one that I kept picking up in Dynasty because I thought he might be kind of the next guy before they picked up obviously Jahmyr Gibbs and even signed David Montgomery. So I love me some Craig Reynolds. But so the question is though, and we're going to run into this a little bit on the wide receivers, but the top running back, how does that shake out? The top player in each skilled category, how does that shape out with the whole room? So Dre, so Bodkins here is saying Jacobs is the best running back in the division. Lions have the best running back room. So I'll let you respond in a second, seventh letter. But Dre, so what is your thought on kind of like if one team has the best running back and as opposed to kind of the whole running back depth?
I don't know. I get what's being said about Jacobs being, because he's obviously the number one, like a running back. Like it's arguably just him that act there in comparison to the Lions. I think like that's the biggest difference. Having said that, I like the Lions running back. I think that's their most dangerous aspects. In the Vikings games, it was Gibbs, and that's what we had issues with stopping. That's what I was worried about more. I was not as good as it is. I was not as worried about Amon St. Brown. He's good. Don't get me wrong, but I was more worried about Gibbs, and because he's, I guess, on the other side and almost the exact opposite, I would say, skill set as Montgomery. I think that's what makes them extremely dangerous in comparison to the other backs in the league, in the division. In comparison to looking at the Packers a few years ago with Jones, and what's his name, the guy that they just let go, the big
quad father.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, him. They had that similar exact aspects of just you had the hard downhill extreme really powerful runner, and then you had the pass catcher who's fast. The Lions are having that almost that exact same I guess recipe for success, and they've shown, I think, that how good that is. As I like Jacobs a lot, I do think that I wasn't as afraid of him, and I think I liked him when he was playing in Oakland. Obviously, And I was surprised that the Packers took him up, but I think that I'm still more afraid of the Lions back room, because there's two of them. That in and itself makes them like a much, I guess, bigger foe just by having that.
So combined, I believe between Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery, they had about 2,100 yards.
No, about 2,500 yards.
Okay. I was kind of
Jahmyr
real quick. I thought it was
Gibbs.
775, and go ahead and take that look. So I want to on that same aspect, and it's too bad there's no Packer fan here to really do this justice. But as a Bear fan, I'm going to try to make the case for the Green Bay Packers as best running backs in the division. You got Josh Jacobs. Obviously, he had 301 carries, 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns. I'm going to say Josh Jacobs is the best running back overall in the division. When you look at
I want you to look at Jahmyr Gibbs' stats now.
I did see his stats, and I'll get there. And you look at Emmanuel Wilson, I think really the Packers have, and he had 502 yards, 4 touchdowns. I think the Packers do have a solid number 2 running back there.
They have a solid running back room. Yes. Better than us.
Well, and then you go back down. Marshawn Lloyd out of USC, I think he is a stud waiting to happen as well. Obviously, he didn't have he was injured, I believe, didn't have a huge impact, but I think he's a stud. If Jacobs goes down, I think Marshawn Lloyd this year maybe even fill in on an every down back as opposed to Emmanuel Wilson. So I'm just putting that out there. The Packers have a solid running back room. So go ahead on the Lions then again.
Sure. I mean, if you want me to, all right, let's go. 250 carries, right?
Yeah.
1,412 yards. 5.6 a carry. 16 touchdowns. All right. 52 receptions. 517 yards. Touchdowns. 4 touchdowns. My boy crazy. You tripping. You tripping. He good for y'all, but he ain't better than Mirror. You tripping. All right. Like, I love Josh Jacobs. I thought, honestly, I thought, they would be a lot better with him. But I think with the Jordan Love injury, I think that kind of made him a little bit more one-dimensional where they used him. If they would have ever got a chance to get that play action going, the Packers would have been much more dangerous, but Love was hurt. He'll probably exceed what he did last year with the Packers if Jordan Love is healthy. But last year, no. Jahmyr Gibbs was the best running back in my division, period. Hands down. Period. Better than Swift, better than Aaron Jones, better than Josh Jacobs. Jahmyr Gibbs wasn't really nobody close to him. Period.
I don't know. If I would choose, which running back would I be afraid of in crunch time? I would give it to Josh Jacobs over Jahmyr Gibbs.
In crunch time?
In crunch time, give it to Josh Jacobs. He's going to get those yards. He's going to fight.
Jahmyr Gibbs have 4 touchdowns in the division deciding game. 4.
That's pretty good. Although he doesn't even have the most touchdowns in his own backfield. So how can he be the best?
Who?
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs led the NFL in touchdowns. What you talking about?
No. Rushing touchdowns. I believe didn't.
He had 20.
Montgomery had 12. I guess you're right. Jahmyr Gibbs had 16 rushing touchdowns. All right.
Yeah, 16. He had 4 receiving. He had 20 total touchdowns. My boy was balling this shit. Balling.
And as far as the Dre, do you want to make a case for the Vikings having the best running backs?
I can make a case. It's not a winning one. On paper, yeah, we have a lot of great things. I think, you put them together again on paper. Put Jones and what's his name? Mason together, great duo. I think like there's a recipe for a really great duo there. I haven't seen it work, so I can't like really push for it. And
your boy run the ball.
Yeah. So I mean, I will say this: like Jones was like still top 10 in the rushing league when it came to yards, and he got injured like for a few weeks. So there's a lot. He still has some left in tank. He is getting old. Obviously, he's already above the running back age, but he still has a lot left in the tank, I think. They obviously they think so too with the 2-year contract, and then bringing in the new guy. I think like it's Mason. They're clearly like they think they can work that, and obviously Mason, like he did extremely well, and he also got injured. So I think like again on paper, there's a lot of skill there. Am I saying right at this specific moment in time that they're better than Gibbs and Montgomery and Detroit? No, I'm not going to say that. And similarly with Green Bay, like I can't say that either one of them is a better running back than Jacobs. Having said that, I would say more on paper that I would fight more to say that like that running back room is arguably better than the Packer running back room, but I would say that's not really that's not fighting for much, honestly. So, and then the Bears are below top 15. So, yeah.
Oh, below top 15. Come on. DeAndre Swift.
He didn't make 1,000 yards.
He didn't. Well, I mean, he had Eberflus as a coach, but I think if they give Rashawn Johnson more of a shot, and maybe maybe the Bears do grab Ashton Jeanty. I don't know.
I just don't think he's fallen that far.
Yeah, it is hard for me to make a case. I like Rashawn Johnson. I have, since he was drafted. DeAndre Swift still has a lot to prove, but, the Lions, Mike, thanks for commenting here. I think, the Lions, I tried to make a case for the Packers. Look at me being all on the Packers side here when we don't have a Packer representative. All right, so let's go ahead and vote.
He might go. He might fall to y'all. He might fall to y'all.
And that's something it's going to be interesting, because a lot of people are even saying that maybe the Bears would draft a tight end at 10. Yeah, the guy at Penn State.
They're not that goofy. They'll fire that motherfucker immediately.
The guy at Penn State. I got to take a look at his name. I had it here. The guy at Penn State's pretty versatile, so that can be a possibility.
You're good at tight end. You're really good.
I absolutely, and we'll kind of get into that as well. I agree. Bears are better at tight end. And there are plenty of other things that we can go for other than tight end. I agree. Kid from Ohio State is good as well. Absolutely. So, and this can change with what is added in the draft and everything. So we're in agreement then that let's go ahead and vote. So Dre, what are your thoughts? Are you going to go ahead and say the Lions are the best running backs in the division?
I would say so.
All right, and I am going to vote for the Packers here, and I am going to say the Packers are the best division or best running backs in the division.
He just freaking like, what do you call them people that just do the opposite for no reason, like on some Kanye shit? I just want to be Kanye.
Contraries.
I've been called a troll before as well. So.
Yes.
yes, I've been called that before. So as a Bears fan, though, I'm putting my Bears hat on. As a Bears fan, I'm going to go ahead and say the Lions are the best running backs in the division. So there you go. It's 2-1, and the Lions win out. How about that?
Again.
We did, going back last week, we did say, and just recapping last week, this kind of tracks so far. We voted best NFC North offense is the Lions, so this tracks with the running backs. So let's go ahead and move on to the wide receivers. And I'm going to start with you, Dre. Make a case for the Minnesota Vikings as the best wide receiver room in the division.
I mean, I'm just going to say 18, and we can move on to the next person's point.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, so obviously it's top heavy, but let's look at.
You can't even troll this time, bro. He got this.
I can't. I mean, Rondale Moore obviously is a big name. We'll see if he puts up, but Jordan Addison is solid. Jalen Naylor is. So, I mean, you look at, obviously Justin Jefferson speaks for himself, right? But, I mean, that's a pretty good supporting cast there.
Yeah, I think, Rondale Moore, I think he's great. I think he has a lot of skill set. I think he's definitely obviously going to be competing for that wide receiver 3 spot with Naylor. Addison, if anything, I don't know. I love him. I think he's great. I don't know what the suspension is going to happen. If anything, I think that's the only knock against the wide receiver room really is Addison going to play? We'll see what happens there. But
what did he do?
Speeding, DUI.
Oh,
not great. God. Yeah, not great. But there's the legal side of it and how the NFL deals with it. They don't deal with it until there's an actual criminal charge, I think. So we'll see what happens. But outside of that, I think I would arguably say that Jefferson is better than Chase, and I say that mainly because since we posted that, Jefferson has gotten a 1,000-yard season with a random assortment of random quarterbacks, has not had a consistent real quarterback outside of a few years. Chase has had Burrow since college. Not to say Burrow is the best quarterback in the league or anything, but there's obviously a lot of chemistry there. I love Chase. I think he's very skillful, but I think that level of I guess dependency on each other, definitely what do you call it? Helps out the equation. Whereas Jefferson has shown every season, doesn't matter who the quarterback is, he's still gonna do numbers. And so that's my case. If anything, my case to say Jefferson's better than Chase. Anyone who says otherwise, I'm not gonna fight anyone over it because I understand it, but that's just my opinion.
I'll take both of them. I'll take Chase. I like Chase a little better, but that's just kind of the way I like my receivers. But I'll take both. But I do like Chase, but I do think Chase is better. But only because he's bigger. It's like he know he getting the ball, and it's just, I think that they're it's like Tupac and Biggie. They're very different. So it's it's your taste. You know what I'm saying? The type of you know what I'm saying? I like Deebo Samuels. So I like bigger receivers that can break tackles with incredible game speed. You know what I'm saying? They're not like Blazers, but they don't get caught. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I like that his size and his ability to run after the catch and all that. But but Jefferson's catch radius, his hands, the way he can control
route running is ridiculous.
So it's what you prefer. But I like Chase for that reason. You know what I mean? I like how rugged he is. I like rugged receivers. And Justin Jefferson, to be so slight, he tough too. You know what I'm saying? He get hit and don't drop the ball, he hold on to it. So they both are excellent receivers. They both 1A, 1B to me. I think them are the best to me. I just I like Chase a little more just because of his size and just the way he play. You know what I mean? But shit, I don't want none of them in my division.
So, well, speaking of that, seventh letter, I'm going to give you a chance. Obviously, I mean, is there a case for the Detroit Lions? I mean, I'm on Raw, Jameis.
I know y'all. Everybody sleep on my boy, on my son. You know what I'm saying? But my boy don't do nothing but win, put his head down and win, get 1,000 yards, be all pro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm wearing a Lakers jersey, Nick Van Exel, because until Andy play me in basketball, I wear a basketball jersey every week. Next week, I have another jersey on. Until we get on that court. How St. Brown overhyped? Let's pull up the stats, Andy.
All right. Let's take the stats. I was trying to make I'm trying to build my case for the Packers wide receivers here, and we'll get there. But 1,263 yards, fifth in the league, 12 touchdowns, third in the league, 11-point average.
Hold up. Blocks, makes big catches. You know what I'm saying? He's always available at the end of the games. It don't matter who on him. He gets open and he's having. Yeah, he's a pro. Like Amon-Ra ain't fast. He's not a blazer. He's Hines Ward, and they tried to draft all these receivers over Hines Ward, and Hines Ward stayed there and won, and was still getting 1,400 yards, 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns every year.
So, that's huge. Where's Hines Ward right now?
I don't know. What the fuck
isn't he in the? Did he make the Hall of Fame yet?
I don't think so. No,
it's close. I thought he was close. I know he's been up there. So that's high praise.
He's like ever since he got there, we started winning. He helped build us into the team that we are. You know what I'm saying? I like Tim Patrick too, but I mean, it's the type of receivers you like. I don't like scary receivers. What's his team, please? What's his team?
Mike.
Who? Yeah, Mike. What's your football team?
I'm sure he's is he a Bears guy? He'll be asking for some money.
They didn't. He will be asking for some money and we'll be on a new team.
I mean, everybody asks for money if they're good.
Everybody does.
Yeah. He got paid last year, and he should have got paid. He was the best, most reliable receiver on my team. Amon-Ra St. Brown is good. He ain't Calvin Johnson. No, and he ain't getting Calvin Johnson money.
No one's like Calvin Johnson's like freak level. So like
he's not that. He's not even Herman Moore. But he's the best receiver I got on my team. I love him. He always open. He don't really drop balls. He blocks. He play tough. He set the tone in the run game. You know what I mean? Do your receiver do that? Your receiver do that, Mike? Hey, Mike, do your receiver set the tone in the run game? I doubt it. I doubt it. Yo, you tripping, man. Tripping, bro. Tripping. Man.
Let's we'll get to the Bears in a second. We'll get to the Bears. It's Chiefs. Okay, we'll get to the Bears in a second. Let's go ahead and make a case for.
You a Chiefs fan?
That's what it said.
You a Chiefs fan? You like the Chiefs? You like the Chiefs?
Oh, the Chiefs.
The Chiefs. My one wide receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown, is better than every receiver on your team. Every single one. Pat Mahomes would kill for Amon-Ra St. Brown. It don't matter. You got blew out, and we would have beat the shit out the Eagles. Yo, you got blew out in the Super Bowl. Don't come in talking that shit as you been. You got blew out in 2 Super Bowls when you played somebody. Blew out.
Blown out.
Blew out. Yeah. The last 2 blowouts in the Super Bowl, you suffered. You know what I'm saying? You just got out the tub with the toaster last week. You were scared to plug it in. Get out of there, man. Come on, man. You tripping, man. Listen, man. Yo. You ain't even got a better receiver on your team than Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Let's move on to the a team that I've been told has maybe the best wide receiver full core in the division. The Green Bay Packers make a case: Jaden Reed, Romeo Doubs, Christian Dobson, if he actually plays Dontavian Wicks, Mecole Hardman now. Is there a case that the Green Bay Packers overall have the best stable of running wide receivers in the division? What do you think, Dre?
So, with the Packers, I mean, again, it's all.
Dre, don't be nice. You're a nice guy. Don't be nice. No, they don't. No, they don't. You
Again,
got it.
on paper, there's potential. That I'll say there's potential. They have not gotten to that potential every year because of injuries. Like, and that's what sucks. That's it. Like that's all I can say without being.
I've been told all of these names. Overall, they've got this, solid running wide receiver crew. I've been told it's one of the best in the division. So I don't know. I mean,
I thought so too until last season. I thought so too.
Yeah,
I did too. But they just, they were underwhelming last year. They dropped the ball. You can get a Packer fan up here. They dropped the ball too much.
They do. They do.
And they only run trains with Reed. So, like, they're easy to beat. You know what I'm saying?
I would say there's underrated talent there. There's names there. They've got the ability, but it's putting it all together and staying healthy for Christian Watson. So there's the ability. And I feel like Packer fans are always like that. It's like, they're like that with their team. Oh, we can go to the Super Bowl if this, and this happens. Well, okay. These wide receivers can be good if this, and this happens. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Put up
if
or shut.
My uncle was a girl, he'd be my aunt. Go ahead.
Here we go. Packers have the most hype. Absolutely. Every single year, it's Packer hype. It's Packer this, Packer that. Every single year. Hey, here we go. Skullman. Yes, thank you. I mean, the Vikings have made it 4 times. It's a rule. It's true, but they
making it is not as much. I mean, it's a cool claim, but Vikings have made it 4 times, and yeah, it's like whatever.
Oh, Fran Tarkenton, the most hated player of the year, bringing it back. I don't know.
So here's the thing: are you hating on him, or are you just like you're just a Packer fan? Like, is that it? Like, because if you're hating on him, then that's like
I think, or is Joseph is he a Lions fan? I don't know if he claims that as well, but I don't know. Packers are always the most hyped. Fran Tarkenton, he just like, from what I see, he's hard to bring down. And in that time, I mean, that was all right. Here we go. Last 2 seasons, they have the youngest wide receiver core with most upside and drops. It's horrible. Yeah, so that's what I've been Packers. It's like, oh, we got a young team. The last couple of years, we got the youngest team in the league, and that's going to be this. I feel like that's the same thing. The same excuse they keep using over and over again. We're the youngest team. You got a quarterback who's is going in his 5th year now. I mean, come on. You paid him.
I mean, the Vikings lost the Super Bowl to the Kansas City Chiefs in 70. That was a good team. 78, they lost to the the Dolphins. Like, that's tough. Then they lost to the Steelers. That's tough. Then they lost to the Raiders. These are all like teams that are like some of the top teams in NFL history. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I mean,
lost to somebody. The Chiefs lost to Jalen Hurts.
That's fair. I get what you're saying. That's fair. I'm okay with that.
You know what? So
I sign off on that.
Curtin, the perfect Miami Dolphins, the Chiefs with all that talent they had before when the AFL and the NFL merged, like they had Gatorade. Don't forget that. They had Gatorade. Everybody else was drinking water.
I don't think that I give those Vikings teams enough credit when you think about it, because like and maybe the Utah Jazz, I mean, I think you would understand that they don't get as enough credit as well, because they had to face up against Jordan. I mean, they were not and they really, when you look at it, there was some tough games in those finals. Like it was some of them were close. Obviously there was a couple that were blowouts, but so the Utah Jazz are like the Minnesota Vikings when it comes to the Super Bowl. They get there. They just can't do Buffalo Bills too. Yeah. Well, speaking of a team that's on the rise, it's almost the Super Bowl. Let's go ahead and talk about my Bears. I mean, wide receivers, DJ Moore. He's in the top 10 wide receiver wise. Roma Dunze. He's got the talent. He's getting there. And obviously now we signed, we got our guy, Olamide Zacchaeus. That's a pretty decent 3. I'll take it. We'll probably get someone in the draft. I like what we have, wide receivers. It is tough to make a case overall that we have the best wide receivers in the game. I think we're solid. I think we're probably 3rd best in the division.
I think you're 2. I give you 2.
Oh.
I give you 2.
So who's number 1?
The Vikings.
Oh, so you're saying the Bears are over the Lions and the
I'm telling you, the athletes you have at wide receiver, especially the top 2. I give you that.
All right.
I give you that. You got a good quarterback too. They just
Thank you, Mike. But we've talked about this before. I don't want Allen. I don't want him anywhere near my wide receiver room. He was a and I hate to use the C word, right? But he was just a disruption.
Yeah.
Disruption in.
Yeah. And you don't want that to rub off on your young talent, Roma Dunze. You don't want that to. That's why Roma Dunze danced when he was getting blew out by 20 when he scored. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need that on your team.
I love these.
Yeah, he's a Lions fan.
Isaiah was nice.
The Pistons, when they
don't get me wrong, like you just know based on that comment.
The Pistons, when they won in the 90s, they destroyed the city. So come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
Shit, every time a college team when they destroy the city.
That is true. Mike throwing don't sleep on Jalen Hurts. I've been telling you that 7th letter. Don't sleep on Jalen Hurts. Don't sleep on him. Now that he's got a Super Bowl, come on.
No.
All right, so let's go ahead and vote on the top wide receivers in the division. Then, and I am going to go ahead and start. I'm going to say as the Packer person right now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say the Detroit Lions are the best wide receiver group in the division.
Such a typical Packer endorser. Yeah, you can't even endorse a Viking. Like, what the hell?
As a Bears fan, that is a
typical Packer response.
As a Bears fan, I am going to, just go ahead and say the Minnesota Vikings. All right, that they are the best wide receiver in the division. So, 7th letter, where are you at?
I'm gonna go to Vikings here without a doubt. It's really not close.
All right. So the Minnesota Vikings,
and not even and with the talent and the volume they use their receivers, like all they do is throw. So it's like they get the ball. So it's tough, man. It's tough.
All right. So and maybe even the best in the NFL. That is possible. That is possible.
Maybe.
And we kind of talked about that a little bit. I mean, obviously,
maybe with T. Higgins and what's the name over there, and that's a close one because those are 2 number 1s right there.
Someone might even say the Patriots are up there now with Stephon Diggs signing there.
No. Who said that? That?
Someone.
Stephon Diggs' mother.
Exactly.
Or his brother.
But within the division, all right. So we have agreed within the division. Once again, I mean, obviously this tracks. We talked about the best NFC North offense being the line. So we've already said the running backs and the wide receivers. Oh, no, we didn't. Oh, there we go. The running backs go to the Lions and the wide receivers go to the Vikings. I would have said if I had another vote, I might have voted Lions. But let's go ahead. So Vikings, best wide receivers, Lions, best running backs. All right, so let's go ahead and go to tight ends. And, this I would be remiss if I didn't let you, 7th letter, just, think about the good old days and talk about one certain Minnesota Viking tight end. So I'm going to let you start.
This is what makes it complicated, if anything.
I don't miss TJ Hawkinson. Like I said, he's a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a nice guy. You know, he's my son, but he's soft, man. He's soft. I don't like him. He couldn't. We drafted him because we thought he could block. He can block. He's really just he's just a fast tight. He's just a matchup nightmare for linebackers, unless the linebacker is fast. You know what I'm saying? When my receivers got hurt, TJ Hawkinson's game didn't elevate. You know what I mean? He's a nice guy. He doesn't have a dog in him. He's not a dog at all. My boy Sam Laporta is a dog. Period.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Period, point blank. You know what I mean? He's a dog. So I'm always the man broke his neck for y'all. No, he did. He did not. No, he didn't. He did not. He did not. He did. I was there in the Chiefs and Lions game when he hurdled the man. That was his rookie year. But I knew he was soft when he dropped it. When he kept every time somebody hit his back, he drops the football. No. TJ Hawkinson is soft. He's soft. And he should eat. Yo, TJ Hawkinson, I mean, he blew his knee out. But when he came, TJ Hawkinson should have at least 1,000 yards every year with the Vikings, with them receivers. Come on, man. He should be having 10 receptions, 80, 120 yards with Jefferson up there. Come on, man. He's soft. Don't fall for the name in a draft pick. Because Fat Boy Patricia drafted him all early and shit. No.
All right. I want to give Dre. I want to give you a shot here, Dre. Give a case for TJ Hawkinson being the best tight end in the division.
So I think when it comes to the tight end position, I think the past year, as a position across the league, they kind of fell off. I think aside from Bowers, Bowers was a nightmare, but I think generally they kind of died down a lot.
Bowers and Kittle too. Kittle went off last year too.
Yeah, that's true. But I think generally Kels had that is a.
He's a Detroit fan, probably. Everybody in Detroit know what Hawkinson is. That's why I was like, oh, they gave us a second round.
I think Norcephus actually might be a Vikings fan. So
he know.
So my thing at the how I look at it is that it's not so much really having one. I would say Hawk did not play the entire season. That's where I'm going to defend him on. I think that he has a lot of skill set. I think he obviously comes from that Iowa tight end group that have been they've been very, very good on that. And I think that he has a lot of skill set. I think he for the first half of the season, he was still kind of recovering, and then he kind of got kind of back into his mode of being a really good receiver. I mean, you look at going back to 2 years ago, he was on pace to be better than Kelsey until obviously he had his knee knocked out. I'm a little sore about that one, but I will say and I think that's coming back from that is going to be hard no matter what it is. And then at the same time, if anything, the Vikings generally as an organization, when an injury is serious, they take their time to make sure everybody's healed appropriately, which I respect. I think that's what they did with Jefferson. That's what they did with JJ McCarthy. They did all that. So I'm okay with that. I think that there is a lot of skill there. I still think they can use him very well. I really love Sam Laporta, though. I will say that. I think as a rookie, he was nasty. I picked him up in fantasy. I still have him in fantasy. I think he's fantastic. He did fall off a little, at least fantasy-wise. Fell off a little bit, though. Last year, I will say year 3 for him is going to be kind of we'll see what happens. I would say arguably it's between for me at least, I really like Hawkinson. I think he's really good. I just think he was injured. So I think going into next season to determine who I like really more as a tight end, we'll see. Actually, I think next season, now that Hawkinson's arguably minimally 99% healed, and obviously Laporta obviously has now a lot of tape on him. We'll see if he can actually execute well. So I think there's going to be, and I know Komet was also there too, so I think he's going to be decent. Honestly, the biggest argument for Laporta, I would say, is arguably the better one. but at the same time, like I think overall the tight end position is arguably the most debatable, but I wouldn't fight against anyone here.
Yeah,
in our division.
Yeah, you got Kraft and Green Bay. He good too.
Oh, we'll get there in a second. So, all right, seventh letter. Give your case for Sam Laporta.
Sam Laporta could block, runs after the catch. He breaks tackles. He catches everything. You know what I'm saying? Like he do what he's told. He don't what's name. He's not afraid. He's not a soft wide tight end. You know what I mean? He's rugged.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like about him. You know what I mean? When his leg is broke, he put on a knee brace and play. That's right. And score touchdown.
He didn't tear an ACL though. Come on. Like he did not tear an ACL. He didn't get his ACL torn. That's different.
He had an MCL sprain and he played.
A sprain? That's not a tear.
You ever sprain your MCL before? Wait till you get a little older. How old are you?
No, I'm not saying it's not a bad injury. I'm just saying it's not a tear. That's all I'm saying. A sprain is.
I'm saying my boy scored. My boy scored. He plays big in big games. TJ Hawkinson doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
He doesn't. I'm just like it's like I put a lot of stock in like when it matters. I mean, that's why I like Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's why I like players like that. I like Deebo Samuels. When the lights is on, they play the best. You know, that's it. They're not afraid of the light. You know what I mean? And that's something that Sam Laporta has, you know. Sam Laporta has it. He just got it. He was good when he got there. He understands the offense. He does what he's told. He's a great tight end. Great tight end. My favorite tight end we ever had, yeah.
So Sam Laporta, 60 receptions, 726 yards, 7 touchdowns, 12.1 average. Going back to Hawkinson, obviously it's a truncated season with the injury. 41 receptions, 455 yards, no touchdowns, 11.1 average. So that is just below Sam Laporta. Obviously I'm now going to shift, and I'm going to be the Packer guy here. So how about this? All right. So case for the Green Bay Packers tight end room being the best. Tucker Kraft, 50 receptions, 707 yards, 7 touchdowns, 14.1 average. That's better than Sam Laporta. All right. So you got Tucker Kraft right there, right? Luke Musgrave, 7. He was injured, I believe, right? So when you have the 1-2 punch there on potential, that's really kind of a solid, if not great tight end room, ascending tight end room. So case for the Packers. I mean, what are your thoughts, Dre, on the Packers wide receiver or tight ends?
I mean, I'll say this, like you said, like they had like a 1-2 punch. I think that's something that, like, I mean, not like a lot of teams demand it, is to have 2 really good tight ends. I think like that's something that you don't really have across the league. So that is something that the Packers do have a lot. I think like Kraft obviously has had he's had a good year. So I think they could be really good. Again, it's kind of, I think this, like, a lot of this is going to like come down to just how we look at.
So other time I can think about it is like with Gronk and Aaron Hernandez. Like Aaron Hernandez, beast.
Literally.
Yeah,
I mean,
some people would say more so than others.
I believe the Bills, they do have a couple a 1-2 punch.
Yeah, they do too.
And the Ravens too. But likely,
yes.
I think the Ravens are more
Mark
now
Andrews.
like they're becoming equal because Mark Andrews is falling down and likely he's going up.
Likely he will be the starter.
But
here we go.
Going back. Yeah, I was just gonna say, it's just like, I think like honestly with the tight end position overall, like I think Laporta arguably is the better one out of like our division, but then like I would say arguably like everyone can kind of pick their own respective tight ends and be like, I personally really like them more.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think like everyone has kind of a fair argument in that sense, like because we
That's
have our
probably
biases.
that one's up in the air. Yeah, that's probably the most competitive because you even got a good tight end on your team. Komet is good. I don't know about
obviously. Durham Smythe. Oh, he's a solid number 2 right there. I believe he was with the Dolphins. And last year he had a huge 53 yards on with 9 receptions. Durham Smythe. Watch out for Durham Smythe, everyone.
Watch out for Smythe.
You might get
Smythe.
You might get Smythe. Cole Kmet, and so he had 47 receptions, 474 yards, 4 touchdowns, 10.1 average with a deficient offensive coordinator who was fired with another deficient offense.
Ben gonna use him. Ben is going to.
They didn't use him. They forgot how good he was. They forgot. Going back to 2023, he had 719 yards, 73 receptions, 6 touchdowns. So, so if you use him right, he is on paper, I would say, right up there with the rest of the tight ends. It's tough as an Iowa fan for me to go against the Iowa tight ends. I love me some Sam Laporta, Hawkinson. He's got it. But I think he's going to be injury prone, and I think that's going to be hard.
This season's going to be like interesting to see like what happens. Like I think that's this. Like I said, like even leaving with Laporta, just because he's obviously going into like his later part of his rookie deal. So I think like this year is going to kind of see how tight ends are going to play out in the long run. Will Hawkinson be injury prone, like you said, or will Laporta kind of just because he like people now have tape on him and he's now going down, or Kmet people forgot about, like you said, and Johnson's going to use him like he used Laporta. So we'll see what happens. Like there's a lot of just like, I don't know what's going to happen here because, and respectively good reasons why we don't really know. And so like, I think Seventh Letter said, it's kind of just very, very close of debatability between the tight ends.
So let's go ahead and vote then. Seventh Letter. Who is you can't vote for your tight end. So who is the best tight end in the division?
I can't vote for my tight end?
Nope, not this time.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Because y'all ain't talk about Brock Wright, or y'all ain't talk about
Brock Wright. Solid, yeah, absolutely.
Like every year, like my tight end group having over 10 touchdowns every year. So it's like I don't really. I have to go with the Packers, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Like the Packers tight ends because they have. I like Tucker Kraft. Like I think he's something about him. I just like the way he play. He's another rugged person. Like I like Kmet too. I always like Kmet. I just felt like y'all don't use him. Like you know what I'm saying. I think like Michael Pitts is like one of those people that when he get traded this year, he gonna go somewhere and ball out. They just not using him. They ain't using him.
So as a Packer fan now, I'm going to vote. And as a Packer fan, it's just, it's hard really to go, anywhere else for this pick. I mean, best tight end in the division. It's obviously Cole Kmet as the Packer fan. That's what I'm saying. Obviously, the Bears have the best tight end room. As the Packer fan here, I'm saying that. So we've got one vote for the Bears, one vote for the Packers. Now, as the Bears fan, I'm going to have to say, this one is tough. As a Bears fan, I'm going to go ahead and I have to say the Lions have the best tight ends in the division. I'm going with the Lions on that one. So we got one for the Lions, one for the Packers, one for the Bears. All right. Your turn, and you can't vote for the Vikings.
I mean, I think like just for that reason alone, like can't vote for my own. Then I'll just say the Lions, just because I like Laporta. I like him a lot. I think like that's the really good thing. Like I said, it's kind of just because I could make an argument. I think for any of them, so we'll see what happens.
So I like
yeah.
this comment here. Really, all the tight ends fit their teams best. Right? I think that's and that's what you want, right?
Yeah.
I think within the division. So, but this is probably this has to be the closest. The tight end probably has to be the closest all around, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's the most
Yeah.
the most like decisive. I would say like quarterback and tight end was like the closest because it's everybody the whole division has pretty good quarterbacks. So that's another close one. I mean, you can go talent and upside and that'll like raise people above each other, but I think tight end was probably the closest.
All right, so here we go. Here's our vote: top 2025 NFC North skill positions. Running backs go to Lions, wide receivers go to the Vikings, and tight ends go to the Lions. Overall, in 2025, we all know it's going to be the Bears, so I'm good with that.
Okay. Moving on.
Moving on. So, any last thoughts? I mean, it's really tough when you go ahead and look at what's going to happen free agency draft. I mean, any last thoughts? Obviously, we lost. Oh, here Dre's back here. Any last thoughts as we kind of close out tonight? What you're looking forward to the rest of the I don't even preparing for the draft. So Dre, as far as Vikings or anything else you're looking forward to as we close out tonight?
I mean, I think like the most thing is just like kind of like seeing where the Vikings go like in the draft. I think like honestly, given how the free agency is, like I think like maybe DB, but I'm kind of not really sure what they're gonna do. Just because they honestly, like we talked about last week, like how well they did in free agency. I think that they could go anyway, and I'm not gonna be totally disappointed with it. I think like Kwesi has really done decent, so I'm kind of just excited to see what happens. Here's something that I'm excited for it to be over. Like I'm done with the Rodgers stuff. We need to so honestly at this point I've talked to a few like friends of mine and coworkers that are like Steelers fans. It's legitimately just a game of who does not want him more. And then we'll see what happens because like the Vikings fans don't really want him and the Steelers fans don't really want him either. But we're getting to a point where he's the only remaining good quarterback, especially with Russell Wilson going to the Giants. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, we're fighting over who doesn't want him more.
They're gonna draft a homeboy from Colorado. They're not drafting Deion, so they're gonna draft the corner.
Who's gonna draft? Who's gonna draft?
The Giants.
No, they're not going Shador. No way.
No, Hunter.
Oh, Hunter. Oh, I can see that. Especially
them signing those two quarterbacks kind of just showed their hand. You know what I'm saying?
Well, especially if Cam Ward goes number 1 to the Titans, right?
Yeah.
Which is like I think that's what's going to happen. Like, given
that's
how
definitely that's
like
a Titan move. That's a Titan move. That's Steve McNair. That's home. What's his name? Vince Young.
Yeah.
They like black mobile quarterbacks for some reason over in that Oilers.
I don't. And Cam Ward. I mean, he. I think he has the makeup. I mean, as far as like, I mean, obviously we'll see on the field and stuff like that.
Oh, because it damn showing Will Levis.
No, it's not Will Levis.
Yeah, it's
definitely not Will Levis. All right, yeah. So obviously the Rodgers to Minnesota, that's pretty much dead. Or is it?
I mean, who knows at this point? I hope it is, but I don't know.
I think it probably is.
You want that? You want him on your team?
No, I don't. I definitely don't. But I'm saying I don't know at this point because I would have thought he would have been signed already by this point. But I'm more on that there are teams out there that need a quarterback, and arguably we need a backup at this point. So
he's not coming to be the backup. There's no way.
Rodgers that's the thing. But at the same time, I'm like, if he wasn't sticking around, like if he wasn't waiting for something, he would have signed already with another team, and he hasn't. So I'm like, what is he waiting on? And so that's more where I am.
On one more vacation.
I don't want him at all. I really don't. But at the same time, it's like there is still technically a chance. I'm just excited to be past it and just like, all right, if he does, whatever it is. But I just want to get it over with.
For sure. It looks like Giants. I mean, they've already got 2 quarterbacks. They're going to trade for Hendon Hooker. Boom. Maybe not Joseph, but hey, 7th letter. What are you looking forward to? I mean, other than maybe the Lions signing actually somebody.
We don't have to. Remember, y'all trying to catch us 15-2.
All right.
Relax, man. Relax. You can't beat us. You won't beat us this year, and you won't beat us next year. All right. So,
you know what? You're wearing the Nick Van Exel jersey. He had a pretty good handle, didn't he?
So do I.
Hey, I got behind the back as well, so I'm coming for you, 7th letter.
I'm gonna bust your ass. I can't wait. We're gonna record it. We're gonna record it. We're gonna pod the whole ass whooping. It's gonna be so bad. I'm gonna put them in the rim and everything.
I do. Let's do that. Let's do it. I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down.
I'm gonna drive there. I promise you. I'm not playing that. It's gonna be hot as hell. You'll be like, yeah, it's me, 7th letter. Damn, you tall. All right. Boom. Throw the ball.
All right. I'm gonna practice just like Rocky style. So
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Right,
you might want to take away from like drinking the eggs because that's a bit expensive.
I do have some eggs though. Eggs every single day. That's me. Every single day. Throw me some veggies and eggs. I'll take it.
Yeah, you got it. Fucking either gas or eggs. Like
I got my protein bars and all that stuff. I'm ready.
You just constipated. I'm gonna really bust your ass. You got the GI system fucked up. You gonna lose, man. God damn, yo. This is oh man. Jeez Louise. I just can't wait to the draft, man. I don't have no plans, man. I just can't wait to the draft. I don't know what we're gonna do, but I know we better just go pass rush, guard. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want nothing else, man. Like that's it.
We're gonna do a few more episodes leading up to the draft. Obviously, I will be on site and at the draft. Hopefully that Wednesday night we can do it from there. I got a little bit of vacation before that, heading to Tampa before that. So just a little vacay before that, the weekend before draft. Yeah, should be fun.
Okay.
Should be fun. But hey, it's been a fun episode. Broke down the skill positions. Drake, where can everyone find you as we close out?
You can find me on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Blue Sky, or Facebook. It's at Skullman Sports.
Very good. Always good stuff. I definitely like and subscribe that. You can find me on the Twitter X as the troll sometimes, and I'll be coming back hot pretty soon here as well. At NFL Outdated, also on YouTube, NFL Outdated, and Freezin 4 Pod on TikTok, and live in Green Bay for the draft. That's going to be fun. So we'll get to that. Lots to get to before that. 7th letter, where can I find you as we close out tonight?
You can find me on Twitter X, 7th letter 4, same OG on Instagram and Facebook. Reigning king of the NFC North. Another year, 15-2, beat everybody on this podcast 2 times, convincingly at least once. I don't know. What else could I say? Oh, I know. Good to see you again, Dre. You always have been a gentleman and a scholar. Andy, same to you, gentleman and a scholar. I just gotta bust your ass when I see you. That's all.
It's coming. It's coming.
Oh, it's coming.
He might be surprised.
Oh, it's coming. Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Well, thanks everyone for
I'll just watch the game. That sounds.
We'll have to live stream it. I think we'll live stream it. We'll do something like that. Once again, it's been the Freezin NFC North Podcast, episode 30, best division skill positions. Thanks to everyone for watching and commenting, and have a great night. And we will catch you again next week. Thanks again, everyone.